Today, I'm gonna be out of the country for the first time in a decade. So, I'm probably gonna be just recording like footage or whatever, take some pictures, and probably gonna commentate over this. So, let's get started. I already had everything packed up and ready to go before I recorded that, so I don't have any footage of me packing anything, but so let's just proceed with the rest of the video. This is the first time I've went on a plane in 10 years, and this is probably also the first time I've went on Singapore Airlines, too. So the KFC that I went to in the airport didn't really have that much compared to an actual KFC, and they actually took like an hour to get me my food, but they had this cool kiosk and the food was okay. I took off the lettuce and tomato for some reason, but I probably should have kept it because it was supposed to be the double crunch, but at least it had bacon, so that was the redemption. Enough eating, it's time to actually go to the plane. We walked the wrong way, so we had to go back the correct way. It's been so long since I've actually been on one of these travelators in the airport. Still, I didn't touch the railing. Had my Switch on hand so I can actually play while I wait to board and while I'm on the plane. Dang, it's been so long since I've actually walked through this to get onto the plane. This is literally the only picture of me sitting on the airplane seat for some reason. So I had airplane food for the first time in, well, I mean, since the last time I went to the Philippines, and I think it was really good. Now I compare the school food to this because I actually like this better than the school food. Hello, Singapore. So we had a 2-hour layover and our flight was literally on the other side of the airport for some reason. So we had to walk all the way there and we used the SkyTrain or whatever. I like how the railing said that it's clean. I don't think we had this at LAX. I never usually record the bathrooms, but this was interesting, so I had to record it. It even has a screen at the entrance of the bathroom. Never seen that before. Time to board our second flight. So now we made it into the Philippines, and I didn't record any footage from the airport because I wanted to just get into the airport and then just get out as fast as we could, because it was like 2 p.m. there and we wanted to get to where we were quickly, so I couldn't really record that. So we got into the house and this is what I ate. It was mainly the same, but I didn't know McDonald's had Coke floats for some reason. And this was my first taste of the climate there. Yep, it looked like it was about to rain. There is no way it's raining right now. What the? This is the Philippines. Of course. So a few days later, I went to Seascape Village, and this is what I have from it. Another day, I did this in Estimbakor. I lost where the coin went. And then on another day, I decided to go to the Green Hills Mall, where I decided to get an SSD for my main PC. I went to Max's, and I don't know why I only have this footage of me finishing the food already. There was this Tim Hortons here, which I wish I went to. Nice. We went to Estimbakor yet again, and we decided to go to McDonald's. McDonald's there literally has spaghetti and chicken, but I decided to get the quarter pounder instead. It was actually good, and like it was really juicy like the burgers that I normally get here. The fries are also good too. Back home, it was raining again. But the next day, I went to Jobii after going to the airport, and I tried the chicken sandwich there. The fries are also good. Then I washed it off with some Coke. The next day, we were heading to Cabanatuan, and we stopped at this McDonald's here, next to a Petron station. I got this chicken sandwich, which was good, but I ended up getting some chicken because I was still hungry. So when we got there, we decided to go to a mall where I decided to buy just a cheap Android phone because I wanted to use another phone that wasn't an iPhone 6s, like on an actual network there. I didn't have any footage of it because I didn't bother recording it. And then when we went back home, we stopped at the 7-Eleven. And the next day, we decided to go to Laguna, and we went to this resort. And honestly, I think it looks pretty nice.
Now I see that everybody start to fuck with me, cause they feeling like I'm finna go down as an OG. Flame low key on the top of the dictionaries, talking down on me, and I always say, guess we'll see. Guaranteed that you always finna think I'm on speed. Sound a little trippy, think I'm on speed.
Proof that I suck at table tennis. Go. Oh my god.
Oh no, sorry, that's my fault.
I dropped it anyways, like minus Tantrums.
Alright. Oh! You have to wait for it to be. Okay. No, try putting it like under the ball. No, like when you're serving down, when you're taking it out.
And I almost got deported back to the hometown, cause I didn't know what road my hotel's on.
My parents complained that the water was cold, so we had to go to a different resort so the water was not that cold.
Seeing him for the first time, worked overseas for a year, that's a long run. Yeah. Now I finally hit. What now? What to do next? I don't care. Every single day feel like I'm on a mission. Working with Pharrell on my first damn session. Never had to write in a room with nobody. Feeling under pressure, man, this dude made happy. Wrote a couple bars while chugging on a Red Bull. Then all of a sudden, all my worries turn to babies. Hey. Go.
Ah, the water is so hot here. I wish it was actually colder because it was super hot outside, and yeah, and I wish it was colder.
And I almost almost got to put it back to the hometown, cause I didn't know what road my hotel's on. Then I met my manager.
So we went back home, and honestly, I don't really think like what we did that week was pretty interesting. Like, I mean, it's just, I guess, like the typical thing I would normally do in the US, but sometime during that week I went to SM Bacor and I had some Pizza Hut, and I think it was quite different from what we have here in the US, and actually kind of like it. I also noticed at another SM store that the screen was using Windows 7 for some reason. And then that Friday, before I had some like confirmation thing, I went to the mall, and I went to another mall, or the Nomo Mall, and this is what I saw from it. And this was also the first time I had Yellow Cat Pizza. Since there was no actual Apple Store in the Philippines, this was basically that. However, they didn't really have that much stuff in there, but honestly, this was pretty good. And this was the all home there. It's kind of like a Sears, if that still existed. Two days later, we booked an Airbnb in Mandaluyong. We went to the SM Fame residences, and here's the things I did that week. So we left the condo and we went back to Bacor, but before we went back there, we decided to stop at one of my relatives' house, and I got this croissant thingy, and I also got a Coke in a plastic bag, which I wanted to get again. And then when we got back there, I decided to get some chooks to go, because I don't know why I didn't mention it at the beginning, but that was actually something where I didn't actually think I would like, but I ended up actually liking it, so yeah. But before I ate it, I had to eat some KFC, but after that I ate it. I honestly really liked it. It's too bad I have to go back to the Philippines to get chooks to go again. And now it's time to go back home. Goodbye, Philippines. Kind of notice how it's just raining while we're just taking off. Honestly, don't know what happened here, but we kind of stopped for a little bit. That we took off, and you can just see the rain just clear out really quickly. To be honest, I really liked it there, and I kind of actually miss it now because I haven't been out of the country for 12 years now, and I've kind of just need to travel outside of the country a lot more, and I feel like this was kind of the first taste of it. I've only been there for a month, but honestly, it's definitely changed me a bit. Like now that I'm just going back from the Philippines to the US. And now I think about it, it kind of just makes me want to actually like start going out with my friends or whatever. And actually start doing that because now, as I'm recording this, I'm in my senior year and I don't want to waste it. So, yeah. This was the first flight, so it wasn't the longest, but I got served food anyway, and honestly, it was pretty good, except I didn't eat the vegetables for some reason. And now we're approaching Singapore for the layover before we go back to LA. Yep, I can't wait to go on to the 15-hour flight. I also forgot Singapore Airlines plays this music when we take off and when we land. Kind of calming. And now we landed. Hello, Singapore again. We had a slightly longer layover. I got to do a bit more. There's our flight. Now it's time to head towards our gate.
I just wanna rollie with a dapper ranch.
So yeah, I got Burger King at the airport, and the menu's actually quite different there. And I got the double mushroom Swiss, and I forgot that that burger was big. I did finish it though, so actually I really like it. Time to head to our gates. And also time to head on these travelators again. Time to board the flight. Now that I watched this guy's video on Singapore Airlines first class and Squashy Boy's video on Singapore Airlines business class, kind of makes me want to kind of go there. Time to go on the 15-hour flight. Got served food again, and honestly it was pretty good. I didn't eat the beans though for some reason. And I also got this chocolate ice cream, which was also good. Got served some food, and it was okay. The view of the city outside the window was honestly really nice. Especially with all of the lights you can see there, and I honestly want to fly again just so I could see the view while the plane lands. And now we finally landed back in LA. And that's all of the footage I have of me coming back home. So yeah, honestly, I feel like that was a really good experience, although definitely I had to stay at home for a few weeks after that because of something that I'm probably gonna get demonetized over. So yeah, but anyways, I think that was a pretty good, I think I already mentioned it, but I think it was just a really good experience there, and I honestly just really like it there, and I kind of miss it. And yeah, although it was kind of really hot and humid there, and it was raining so often, I've kind of gotten to go to a lot of places. I probably wish I tried a bit more different food. Like, I probably should try to get used to more Filipino food because I'm so used to just eating American food because I've been in America for so long. Actually, for practically my entire life. The last time I went to the Philippines before I went this year was in 2010, so yeah, I've definitely just only been eating American food, and I kind of want more different like Filipino food now. So yeah, I need to get used to that, and I kind of want to learn Tagalog now. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully Senior Sunset actually happens, or maybe another senior event. Maybe I might winter formal if that actually happens, or prom. I don't know. Bye.